Welcome to This Just In, a weekly news show highlighting the people and events in Newport News Public Schools, where students, staff, and schools remain green the entire year, even through the winter months. A natural extension of teaching our students to grow into productive and giving citizens is an awareness and caring for the environment around us. 7 schools have been recognized as Virginia Naturally Schools by the Virginia Department of Game and Inland Fisheries. By supporting environmental conservation and promoting stewardship, more Newport News Public Schools have been recognized this year than ever before. Deer Park Elementary, home to the Environmental Science Magnet Program, has earned this designation for the 4th year. Through an ongoing partnership with the Elizabeth River Project, students receive hands-on lessons every year aboard the Dominion Energy Learning Barge. Back at school, students grow Spartina grass, which they plant along the shores of the Elizabeth River to prevent erosion and filter runoff. Marshall Early Learning Center has been recognized for the 2nd year, due in large part to their continually expanding outdoor learning space. With community support and generous care from Master Gardener Curtis Moody, Marshall's Community Garden presents a seasonal learning environment for students while providing the community with fresh foods. And students are able to grow food year-round in the school's indoor aquaponics system. And 5 Newport News schools are being recognized for the first time this year. Denby Early Childhood Center teamed up with community partners and volunteers to build a flourishing outdoor learning environment. The innovative curriculum at the Discovery STEM Academy allowed students to implement a recycling program, keeping plastics from polluting local waterways. Nelson Elementary partnered with Newport News Master Gardeners to keep the school's native learning garden thriving each year. Students at Sedgefield Elementary were heavily involved in a Green School Grounds initiative with community partners and service departments to improve stormwater runoff into the Chesapeake Bay watershed. And Washington Middle School's Marine Science Magnet Program gave students the opportunity to help raise oysters to filter water in the York River. As the official Environmental Education School Recognition Program of the Commonwealth, the Virginia Naturally Schools validates the hard work and care our students and staff devote to the environment every day. Throughout this past year, schools used immersive learning experiences to teach students the importance of caring for the environment.
They say it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it also takes a caring and committed community to grow a garden. Denby Early Childhood Center garnered an amazing array of support to unveil a garden and outdoor classroom that will nurture students' minds and bodies. By working together, volunteers from the community, local businesses, DECC families and staff planned, organized, and constructed a flourishing outdoor learning environment. At the end of the school year dedication, Principal Amelia Hunt and Assistant Principal Anthony Witherspoon recognized the numerous hands that worked diligently to make this 3-year budding dream into a blossoming reality. Some of the enthusiastic pre-kindergarten students assisted the ceremony and shared some of the knowledge the garden has already sown into them. Outside, guests and families toured the garden space, complete with herb gardens, a performance stage, a working mud kitchen, chalkboards, flowers to attract pollinators, and a bounty of vegetables. Each classroom has a dedicated space to plant whatever the students desire, and a committee of staff and volunteers will ensure the garden is kept neat and tidy through the seasons. By giving their time, resources, and expertise, a community of volunteers partnered together to transform an empty courtyard into a functional, natural learning space. And by planting these seeds of hope, budding students will grow with knowledge, inspiration, and creativity season after season. 2 minds are better than 1. Because of this, the Riverside Elementary Bears love to team up for learning. Recently, kindergartners in Silver Conlin's class worked with Jessica Booth's first graders for a comprehensive learning experience titled Bears Save the Bees. By studying life cycles, plants, and weather, the Riverside Bears are doing all they can to support the efforts of nature's hardworking honey harvesters. Teachers Booth and Conlin saw many benefits in having their classes join forces during these units of study, including sharing ideas, collaborating on research, and working together to grow plants and rebuild the garden area. Students kept track of their findings in their bee booklets, jotting down facts or sketching out their observations. Local beekeeper Joanna Bigley, who has a fifth grader at Riverside, offered unique insights about honeybee colonies, as well as the tools she uses to safely collect honey. She also allowed students to sample the sweet fruits of their labor. Bigley donated seeds to the students, who eagerly planted them in cups and enjoyed watching them grow. Meanwhile, the two classrooms added bee-friendly plants, bee attractors, and built structures in the garden to attract bees, pollinators, and other beneficial insects. And as the school year wrapped up, all classrooms in kindergarten and first grade hosted a garden expo for parents to witness their students' discoveries. Each classroom presented a different area of expertise, including water cycle, pollinators, healthy foods, and composting. By teaming up to learn and work together, the Bears are learning that many hands make light work. Moving beyond the classroom walls is where science investigation becomes relevant for students, allowing their book knowledge to flourish through practical and hands-on learning experiences. Students from Warwick and Woodside High Schools were immersed in scientific discovery with guidance from the James River Association during day-long trips to Presqu'Île National Wildlife Refuge. The outings were completely funded with a grant from the Chesapeake Bay Trust Foundation. Located along the James River in Chesterfield County, Presqu'Île, also known as Turkey Island, is only accessible by boat. The island is home to hundreds of native plants and animal species, an important stopover for migratory birds, and the waters off the shoreline are a breeding ground for the Atlantic sturgeon. During each school's trip, the students broke up into groups to visit different learning stations. On a pontoon boat, students took water quality samples and collected and examined different species of fish. While touring on land, students learned about the history of the island when it was used for farming. They also learned about the island's current importance for researching sturgeon and explored the different food chains found along the James River. And since the island's ecology school building is completely off-grid, the students learned how solar photovoltaic cells work and the importance of renewable energy. And students participated in a community action project by planting vegetation to reinforce buffers on the island. With educators from the James River Association guiding their exploration, high school students were able to gain an appreciation for environmental responsibility while expanding their scientific knowledge.
Newport News Public Schools will remain closed through the winter break, with students and staff reporting back to school on Tuesday, January 2nd. Thanks for joining us for this week's edition of This Just In. And check out more fun and informative videos at nnpstv.com to see the many great things happening in Newport News Public Schools. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful holiday season. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.